You don't have to be in a boxing ring to be a great fighter. As long as you are true to yourself, you will succeed in your fight for that in which you believe. I would like to be remembered as a man who won the heavyweight title 3 times. Who was humorous and who treated everyone right. As a man who never looked down on those who looked up to him, and who helped as many people as he could. As a man who stood up for his beliefs no matter what. As a man who tried to unite all humankind through faith and love. And if all that's too much, then I guess I'd settle for being remembered only as a great boxer who became a leader and a champion of his people. And I wouldn't even mind if folks forgot how pretty I was. There are no pleasures in a fight, but some of my fights have been a pleasure to win. I wish people would love everybody else the way they love me. It would be a better world. Impossible is not a fact. It's an opinion. Impossible is not a declaration. It's a dare. Impossible is potential. Impossible is temporary. Impossible is nothing. I don't count my sit-ups, I only start counting when it starts hurting because they're the only ones that count. I don't trust anyone who's nice to me, but rude to a waiter because they would treat me the same if I were in that position. I calculate that I took 20,000 punches, but I earned millions and kept a lot of it. I may talk slow, but my mind is okay. A rooster crows only when it sees the light. Put him in the dark and he'll never crow. I have seen the light and I'm crowing. I am America. I am the part you won't recognize. But get used to me. Black, confident, cocky, my name, not yours, my religion, not yours, my goals, my own, get used to me. When I won the Golden Gloves in 1960, that made me realize I had a chance. And when I won at the Olympics, that sealed it, I was the champ. Truly great people in history never wanted to be great for themselves. All they wanted was the chance to do good for others and be close to God. People don't realize what they had till it's gone. Like President Kennedy, there was no one like him, the Beatles, and my man Elvis Presley. I was the Elvis of boxing. Only a man who knows what it is like to be defeated can reach down to the bottom of his soul and come up with the extra ounce of power it takes to win when the match is even. I have never heard anything that affected me like those words, heavyweight champion of the world. Champions are made from something they have deep inside them, a desire, a dream, a vision. They have to have the skill, and the will. But the will must be stronger than the skill. I've made my share of mistakes along the way, but if I have changed even one life for the better, I haven't lived in vain. I've wrestled with alligators. I've tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning. And throw thunder in jail. I'm so fast that last night I turned off the light switch in my hotel room and was in bed before the room was dark. The fight is won or lost far away from the witnesses, behind the lines, in the gym, and out there on the road, long before I dance under those lights. I may have been the best fighter, but I was also the poorest. I had never been able to afford a first-class mouthpiece to protect my teeth. I had to wait until other fighters finished so I could borrow their headgear, or their trunk or bandages. I am an ordinary man who worked hard to develop the talent I was given. I believed in myself, and I believe in the goodness of others. Friendship is the hardest thing in the world to explain. It's not something you learn in school. But if you haven't learned the meaning of friendship, you really haven't learned anything. I love children. I can never pass them by without saying something to them. They make you want to start life all over again. To be able to give away riches is mandatory if you wish to possess them. This is the only way that you will be truly rich. Impossible is just a big word thrown around by small men who find it easier to live in the world they've been given than to explore the power they have to change it. I figure I'll be champ for about 10 years and then I'll let my brother take over, like the Kennedys down in Washington. I loved the smell of horse and hay and the sight of their beautiful bodies. Somehow it inspired me to train harder so my body could be in condition like that. At home I am a nice guy, but I don't want the world to know. Humble people, I've found, don't get very far. I'm the most recognized and loved man that ever lived 'cause there weren't no satellites when Jesus and Moses were around, so people far away in the villages didn't know about them. When you win so long, so much, you forget, you think your name will win. You forget the sacrifices, the work that goes into winning. I do everything to make the fight come out my way, but if I'm defeated I have to get up and come back again, no matter how humiliating the loss. When a fighter is beaten, everybody who believes in him is beaten too, his family, his friends, his children, the people who cheer him on, who give him their love, their hope, their pride. Inside the ring or outside, my philosophy has always been to be the best, not necessarily the best boxer in the world, but the best human being I could possibly be. Boxing is more than just a sport to me. It's an art, a dance, a science. It's about discipline, courage, and the will to persevere in the face of adversity. I floated like a butterfly, not just to avoid punches, but to demonstrate the beauty of movement and the grace that lies within the heart of a fighter. Every punch I threw had a purpose, not just to defeat my opponent, but to convey a message of resilience, determination, and the indomitable spirit of the human soul. The ropes of the ring were not constraints but rather the boundaries within which I could showcase my skills, my artistry, and my commitment to excellence. I fought not only for personal glory but for the collective aspirations of those who believed in breaking barriers, shattering stereotypes, and proving that greatness knows no color or creed. Boxing taught me that strength is not just in the fists but in the character, the heart, and the ability to rise after being knocked down, both metaphorically and literally.